Mysterons, sworn enemies of Earth, possessing the ability to recreate an exact likeness of an object or person. But first, they must destroy. Leading the fight, one man fate has made indestructible. His name, Captain Scarlet. Okay, Captain Scarlet. It's either gonna be you or me. Silence, please. That, gentlemen, was how Captain Scarlet died. The World Security Council has convened this meeting to look into the circumstances that surround Scarlet's death and to investigate the reasons for his strange and seemingly inexplicable behavior. I call on Colonel White, commander of the Spectrum organization, to begin.
Certainly, Mr. Chairman. I need add only one further comment. The reports you will see and hear are based on videotape recordings made at the time of action.
Very interesting. But one moment, Mr. Chairman. As a mere conventional military man, I'd like to know something about this, Spectrum outfit.
As we all know, the details of Spectrum are top secret. However, perhaps Colonel White could draw some broad outlines?
Gentlemen, Spectrum is the most highly progressive security organization in the world today. Its prime function now is to combat the hostile, sinister intelligence inhabiting the planet Mars. The intelligence whose primary object is to destroy Earth. The intelligence known as Mysterons.
Fantastic, it really is.
Gentlemen, please, let me continue. Spectrum has its headquarters on Cloud Base. That is a stationary platform that I might liken to the deck of a gigantic aircraft carrier, held in permanent position 40,000 feet above the Earth by a development of the hoverjet principle.
I think that broadly outlines Spectrum, Colonel. Perhaps we can begin with the real business in hand, the fate of Captain Scarlet.
The story really starts with the expedition to Mars last October, led by one of my own officers, Captain Black. The Martian expedition had almost concluded a fruitless exploration when it crossed a ridge and came upon a vast complex of strange buildings. We now know that this was the city of the Mysterons.
Will you take a look at that? We've been spotted. They're getting ready to attack. They're obviously hostile. Okay, Lieutenant, let them have it. Well, we'll survey the wreckage, Lieutenant Dean, collect a few samples, and then return to Earth.
From that point, gentlemen, radio communication was cut off. We knew nothing more until the expedition craft, with only Captain Black aboard, returned to Glen Field. Before we could question him, he disappeared. We then received a clear yet baffling transmission over direct radio, a transmission, I believe, that was picked up all over the world.
This is the voice of the Mysterons. We know that you can hear us, Earthmen. Our retaliation will be slow, but nonetheless less effective. It will mean the ultimate destruction of life on Earth. It will be useless for you to resist, for we have discovered the secret of reversing matter, as you have just witnessed. One of you will be under our control. You will be instrumental in avenging the Mysterons. Our first act of retaliation will be to assassinate your world president.
Now, our attention had to be focused on the protection of the world president. I put my subordinate, Captain Brown, in charge of operations to make our president's life secure. As second in command, I detailed Captain Scarlet.
Do you think the president's life really is in danger?
Scarlet?
Well, judging by what happened on the Martian expedition, I'd say the Mysterons have the capability of carrying out their threat.
If only we were fighting something we understood, something tangible, something in 3 dimensions.
I know what you mean. We can only hear them over our radios, but I've got a feeling they're with us all the time.
A tire burst and crash, gentlemen. But both captains reported to me miraculously unhurt. I had no reason for suspicion then. It was Captain Brown himself who brought our world president safely to New York.
Spectrum is taking no chances, Captain.
No, sir. Let me give you a rundown on the precautions we've taken. If you look through your window, you will see that we have armed guards placed on every building along the route. The Spectrum helicopter is overflying the motorcade. The Spectrum Angels are patrolling the area.
Angels is the right word for that team.
Angels, Colonel White? I don't quite understand.
5 girl flyers we use as an operational and strike force, General. The best. We keep 2 of them on standby all the time.
Very sensible. Gentlemen, the instance of girl pilots is hardly unusual in this 21st century. Now, please allow Colonel White to continue uninterrupted.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Now, we know that Captain Brown escorted our president to the maximum security building.
We're nearly there, sir. Just an electronic check, sir. You're obviously carrying no weapons.
Well, I can see I have nothing to fear while I'm in the hands of the Spectrum organization. I was saying, Captain Brown, I have no worry while your organization is looking after me. Captain Brown? Captain Brown, are you all right?
Cloud base. There has been an explosion in Spectrum Maximum Security Building. Report. Total destruction.
I can't believe it.
It's absolutely fantastic. No idea.
Colonel White, what caused that explosion? Surely, after the massive security precautions...
The Mysterons are a powerful force. Before his car crash, Captain Brown was one of my best men. But even after the crash, I had no reason to suspect treason.
But how did he get the bomb in there? That's what I want to know.
Our videotape showed he had it hidden on his person. Luckily, the president noticed something unusual about Brown. There was smoke coming from his collar. If the president had been a second later in pressing the emergency exit button on his chair, then he would have perished in the blast. Video film told us exactly what happened. My next step was to transfer the world president to London. Captain Scarlet,
Yes, sir?
you are to proceed with the President to London, and you will be escorted by the Angel flight. The life of the world's President is in your hands. I do not have to remind you that we are fighting forces that we do not understand. Anything could happen. Lieutenant Green,
Yes, sir.
launch Angels 1, 2, and 3.
Destiny Angel.
Immediate launch.
Spectrum is green.
Harmony and Rhapsody Angels.
Immediate launch, Angels 2 and 3.
Spectrum is green.
All Angels skyborne, sir. Spectrum Control.
Spectrum, New York, reports body of Captain Brown found near scene of car crash.
What does this mean, sir?
The Captain Brown, who escorted the President, must have been an imposter. Something must have happened at that car crash that we don't understand.
Captain Scarlet was there.
Captain Scarlet. Whatever happened to Captain Brown may also have happened to Captain Scarlet. Lieutenant Green, contact Destiny Angel immediately and tell her to escort Captain Scarlet back to the carrier.
Yes, sir.
You are to return to Cloud Base immediately. Captain Scarlet, did you receive my message? Cloud Base. Captain Scarlet does not answer.
Something has happened to Captain Scarlet. Somehow the Mysterons have affected him. That means the President is in grave danger. Lieutenant Green, put me in direct contact with Destiny Angel.
Yes, sir.
Destiny Angel, I want you to make a dummy attack on Captain Scarlet's aircraft. Open fire and make sure you miss.
Cloud Base. Captain Scarlet and the President have ejected. Repeat, ejected.
SIG, survey them on their descent. Report on their landing position.
SIG.
Lieutenant Green, give me Spectrum Headquarters, London.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Colonel White, Cloud Base. Captain Scarlet and the World President have ejected approximately 60 miles southwest of London city center. Have the nearest Spectrum pursuit vehicle on the road immediately. That, gentlemen...
Forgive all these interruptions, Colonel, but perhaps you could tell us. Pursuit vehicle?
All over the world, General, we have SPV transport. Our agents keep them concealed, perhaps in garages, mock outbuildings of farms, and so forth. When needed, they are always ready for immediate use. Our officers claim them on production of a pass. May I continue?
Of course. Forgive me.
Gentlemen, I would now like to hand over to Captain Blue, who took over the chase from this point. Captain Blue.
Thank you, sir. Well, I claimed our pursuit vehicle and noted the observational references passed to me through Cloud Base from Destiny Angel. Destiny Angel, I have joined the M21. I should make contact with Captain Scarlet's car in a few minutes.
Rhapsody Angel. There are only two roads Captain Scarlet's car cannot take. One of them terminates at London Carview. Peel off and destroy viaduct on the London Road. SIG. Well done, Rhapsody Angel. Captain Blue, Captain Scarlet's car has now turned off the M21 and is heading toward the London Carview.
Spectrum Helicopter A42. Divert to London Carview.
SIG.
Calling Spectrum Angels, Captain Blue, and Helicopter A42. Captain Scarlet is now trapped. Soon he will be climbing the Carview. And when he gets to the top, that's the end of the line.
I can fill in this part from a sono detector tape subsequently processed. Perhaps if I might call on our sound man to play it to you. The voice is that of Captain Black, the man we all thought had perished on Mars.
Captain Scarlet, this is Captain Black relaying instructions from the Mysterons. We have taken over helicopter A42. It will pick you and the President up from the Sky Park. I will again remind you, we must have the world President alive.
The Mysteron instructions will be carried out.
Sir, Mr. Chairman, please. Quiet. Quiet, gentlemen. Allow Captain Blue to proceed. Thank you, sir. At that time, none of us had any idea that our Spectrum helicopter was in enemy hands. I was in touch with the pilot, who seemed perfectly normal. Helicopter A42, I can see you. I'll stand by while you come into attack. You've got better cover than I have. You'll find Captain Scarlet on the west corner of the Sky Park. A42, did you receive my message? Please acknowledge. Destiny Angel, helicopter A42 is firing at me. Destiny Angel, come in for attack. Destiny successfully destroyed the helicopter, gentlemen, but its wreckage struck the Sky Park and shattered the structure. It was then that I had to move in on my hover pack for the final showdown with Captain Scarlet. Delay would have been fatal, for the structure was already toppling, and the President's life was in grave danger. Okay, Captain Scarlet, it's either gonna be you or me. That, gentlemen, is all. I can now hand you back to Colonel White.
Thank you, Captain. Now, gentlemen, you know the circumstances of Captain Scarlet's death. I think we can assume that Captains Black, Brown, and Scarlet were all taken over by the mysterious agency of the Mysterons. The real problem is to find out how. And once this is ascertained, decide on a method of combat.
Dang it, this meeting's supposed to be closed and secret.
It's Fawn, the doctor.
Yes,
Dr. Fawn. Surely, the signs on the door, the guard. Well,
My apologies, sir, but it's fantastic. Scarlet's alive. After an 800-foot fall, he's alive.
Explain yourself, Doctor.
Well, as unbelievable as it seems, Scarlet's wounds are healing. Somehow the Mysteron power has been broken by his fall. It is my opinion that with the aid of a specially designed computer, Captain Scarlet can be brought back under our own control. Is this possible? Yes, I think so.
In other words, the new Captain Scarlet could be our greatest weapon in fighting the Mysterons. As fantastic as it seems, Captain Scarlet is virtually indestructible.
Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. Indestructible. Captain Scarlet.
Red alert! The Mysterons are in control of the post office tower. The European communications network is thrown into confusion. Big orbit will put the Mysterons out of action. Communications are restored. Orbit is the greatest. Now, release the news about the European adventure cards. Free with every orbit.
Big orbit. Only 9pence from Lion's Made.
The Mysterons, sworn enemies of Earth, possessing the ability to recreate an exact likeness of an object or person. But first, they must destroy. Leading the fight, one man fate has made indestructible. His name, Captain Scarlet.
This is the voice of the Mysterons. Our revenge for your aggression on the planet Mars will continue with the destruction of the Atlantic Airport at Boston.
Cloud Base. Lieutenant Green, standby officer. Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. President. Colonel White, direct call for you on the hotline, sir.
Switch it through on the speaker, Lieutenant. Close the sound doors, will you? Okay, Mr. President. Go ahead, please.
No doubt you've monitored the latest Mysteron threat, Colonel.
Yes, sir. Complete standby is effective.
The airport in question is the world's most widely used terminal. Thousands of passengers, tens of thousands an hour. Freight, commerce, every civil airline uses it.
I know, sir, and I'm aware of the implications. We can't close it down because it's too darned important.
Exactly. So the world is relying on the Spectrum organization to combat the Mysteron threat, Colonel.
We're keeping all channels of investigation open, sir. Beyond that...
I repeat, Colonel, we are all relying on Spectrum. Don't let us down.
Lieutenant Green, send Captain Scarlet to me on the double.
Yes, sir.
Hello, what's that? Heavy aircraft in our sector?
World Air Force Goliath, sir. Sustained flight tests on atomic engines 3 times around the world. You remember?
Of course, I'd forgotten.
This is Goliath to base. Captain Hogan speaking. Course steady, height 30 thou. All systems A-OK. How's the engine temperature, Vic? 300 and normal, sir. Hello? What's eating the flight, Sergeant?
6 o'clock, sir, and low. Fighter coming up fast.
By Jove, you're right. What's that clown up to?
Stone me, he's on a
collision course.
Captain Black has served us perfectly yet again. We, the Mysterons, will now rematerialize the Goliath aircraft, and it will be completely within our control.
Spectrum investigation room to Colonel White. Come in, please.
Go ahead.
It may be nothing, sir, but there was a complete break in airwave communication with World Air Force Goliath flight.
The devil there was. The typical Spectrum takeover pattern. Anything else?
Yes, sir. Shockwave scanner has reported an explosion right on Goliath's estimated position.
Lieutenant Green, launch Angels at once. I want Goliath located and tracked.
SIG. Stand by Angels to launch stations immediately. Details follow.
That's us. Come on, Rhapsody. It's a pity you others are off duty when there's some excitement, huh? Come on, hit the lift. The Mysteron business must have broken. I'm coming, just doing my jacket zip.
This way, ladies. Your chariots await.
Rhapsody Angel reporting SIG. Ready for launch.
Control to Angels. Off you go.
We're at cruising speed. Height 50. Reporting for further orders.
Course 909. Positive. Same height. Locate WAF Goliath and report.
Destiny Angel to Rhapsody Angel. I've got him. 10 o'clock high. I can see him. What orders, base?
Make radio contact. If it fails, attack. Authority of World President through Colonel White.
SIG? Did you hear that, Destiny? Spectrum Angel to Goliath. Come in, Goliath. Come in, Goliath. No answer. There, Mysteron, all right. I'm leading attack now. It's no use. The Goliath's secret prototype force field defense, they're using it. The missiles are bursting well clear. They're retaliating. I've got to pull off. We can't touch them. Well, they've beaten us. This time. Rhapsody Angel to Cloud Base. Taking station above and behind Goliath. Out of range. Will report any deviation from authorized course. Colonel, just what are we going to do?
I've got all sorts of ideas chasing around my head, Rhapsody. But I guess I'm going to have to pick Captain Scarlet's brains. He's closer to the Mysterons and their methods than any of us. Well, Captain, you know the score. The Mysterons are going to crash that Goliath on Atlantic Airport unless we can stop them.
That plane's got to be destroyed, sir, in the air. Of course, the Mysterons can rematerialize it, even if we do blow it to fragments. But they won't. Once we make a successful strike against them, they seem to drop the plan in hand and dream up a new scheme.
Surely. But the big question is, how do we destroy Goliath? The Angels have tried. The force field is deflecting missiles.
Well, suppose we put a man aboard, sir. An engineer specialist who knows the controls and the layout of Goliath. Flesh and blood wouldn't react to a force field.
But how?
A chute drop, sir, from above. A chute wraps on Goliath's tailplane, and the man climbs the cords to the aircraft.
But the stresses. A pressure suit might save his life, but he'd black out.
Maybe, sir. But if the drop was two-man, and I was the other...
Captain Blue, to briefing room. Spectrum transported to launch area. Acknowledge in sequence.
Captain Blue, SIG.
Transport, SIG.
Spectrum calling Atlantic Airport. Come in, please.
Atlantic, go ahead.
Captains Blue and Scarlet of Spectrum will report to your control at 1400 hours. World President's authority requires Star Striker fighter made available. Also, key engineer from Goliath project. He'll have to be a volunteer. We've got a really dangerous mission on our hands.
Atlantic Airport, here we come. Let's hope the Colonel's got that volunteer lined up.
Sure. By the way, Captain Scarlet, Angels report Goliath is directly opposite us on the other side of the world. That means you'll be flying directly towards Goliath. Once you've collected the Star Striker, you're going to have to time your jump to a critical fraction of a second.
Here comes the Spectrum outfit. Luckily, it's only us security guys who know what they're here for.
Just think of the panic if the passenger and freight departments got wind of it. Gee, if these Spectrum people don't pull off the deal.
Okay, gentlemen. The Star Striker's ready, and your volunteer engineer, too. He's the top design man. Captain Scarlet, Captain Blue, this is Dr. Haggerty.
Glad to know you, Captains. Excuse the clumsy handshake. This pressure suit's kind of restricted.
Doctor?
Hello there. Right, let's get going. Captain Blue's going to pilot the plane.
Hold tight. We're off. You two had better climb into the Star Striker ejection compartment. I take it you're going out on a single chute?
That's right. The doctor will be lashed to me, and I'll be wearing the harness.
Captain Blue to Cloud Base. Request permission to establish direct contact with pursuit angels.
Permission granted. Frequency 949.
Come in, Rhapsody. This is Captain Blue. What is Goliath's position and course?
Course 1515 and maintained. Height 80 and steady. And Captain,
Yes?
Destiny Angel has overflown target, and she reports flight deck of Goliath is empty. Plane seems to be unmanned.
A typical Mysteron method. They've got the plane under remote control. They didn't bother to rematerialize the crew. Well, let's see what we can do about it.
Captain Blue to Cloud Base. Goliath dead ahead and below me, Colonel.
Instruments are A-OK. Eject us on countdown of 5 from... now.
5.
All right, Doctor.
4.
I'm okay.
3. 2.
Hang on, Doctor.
1, 0.
Here comes the tailplane! No! Heck, we're too far left! Strings! Pull the strings! Ah! My head! My eyes! Come on, baby! Come on! Oh, the force field! That was it! My watch is shattered to atoms!
They're there. They've caught on. He's fighting the slipstream. They're at the entry hatch. They're pulling the external emergency lever now.
We've done it. We're aboard. Well, the plane's deserted, sure enough. If you'll grab the controls, we can point Goliath down Atlantic and ditch her in the open sea.
Okay. This is Captain Blue calling Cloud Base. Captain Scarlet has gained entry and returning to Atlantic Airport. Over.
SIG, Captain.
What's happening, Doctor? The plane's veering back on its original course.
The controls. They aren't responding.
Colonel White, the Mysterons have taken control of the flight deck. They're running this kite from Mars.
Wreck the controls. Cut off the electrical system.
It's impossible. Everything is right. Fuel, electrics, the lot. But the engines are still functioning.
There must be some way. There must.
There is. Blast apart the atomic reactors, and this whole plane vanishes in dust. But we vanish with it.
Then there's no choice. Get a chute on, Haggerty. This is where we part company.
What do you mean?
Never mind. Do as I tell you.
But...
This is no time for an argument. Sorry about that, Doctor. I'll just get the chute on you. Now, the door. So long, Doc. Happy landings. Scarlet to Cloud Base. I am going to destroy this aircraft.
Cloud Base to Angel Flight. Peel off and withdraw at once. Goliath is going to explode.
Rhapsody Angel to Cloud Base. SIG.
This is the World President for direct communication with Colonel White. Hello, Colonel. It's all over then. I can't tell you what I'm feeling now. So close. So close.
I'm happy Spectrum was able to carry out its orders, sir. I believe Dr. Haggerty landed safely.
He did. But Captain Scarlet, Colonel, I can only offer my condolences for the death of your most valiant officer. Naturally, there will be the greatest posthumous honors the world can bestow.
Just a minute, Mr. President. I don't think Captain Scarlet... that's to say, I believe he'll be back with us soon. I know that the center of an atomic explosion is something that even he has never experienced before. But because he is Mysteronized, I feel certain he'll show up again in one piece to help us wage our unceasing war against the menace from Mars. There is no more incredible man on this earth than Captain Scarlet.
Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. Indestructible. Captain Scarlet.
Here comes the great new climber from Lion's Made. Orbit. Super size. Super ice cream. Orbit. It's got orange ice cream and raspberry ice cream dipped in chalk. Yes. Orbit breaks the flavor barrier. Orbit with astounding free space picture cards. Orbit, the greatest. Orbit, the big ice cream on a stick from Lion's Made. On sale now.
The Mysterons, sworn enemies of Earth, possessing the ability to recreate an exact likeness of an object or person. But first, they must destroy. Leading the fight, one man fate has made indestructible. His name, Captain Scarlet.
Shannon Airport announces the arrival of Flight 15 from Salzburg. Passengers and luggage will check in at baggage reception in 5 minutes.
Right. We'll remove this big crate next. Okay, but be careful of them instrument cases. Take your hand over. Not too much. Steady. Oh, be bothered. Look what you did. Right on that fiddle case. So, easy now. Well, I'll be. Will you look at that? I could have sworn there was only one fiddle under it, not two. Here, get that smashed one out of sight and hope they'll never notice it's missing.
Flight 15 baggage from Salzburg now at reception.
Gentlemen, remember you are the Salzburg Symphony Orchestra, not a mob of tourists. Yes, all our instruments are here. Come, we have one more rehearsal before the concert. A hall has been arranged for us.
This is the voice of the Mysterons. We shall take revenge for your attack on our Martian city. We shall destroy the World Cultural Council.
We are all ready? Good. First, the string section. Violins, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Colonel White, Dr. Brodsky of the World Cultural Council has just landed on Cloud Base. She'll be along in a few minutes.
SIG, Lieutenant Green. Now, Captain Blue, 30 minutes after the Mysteron message was received, the Salzburg Symphony Orchestra was destroyed by an explosion in the village hall at Ballyglass.
Ballyglass, Colonel?
2 miles from the Athlone Entertainments Complex, where the World Cultural Congress is to open tonight. If the orchestra had not been destroyed prematurely, the explosion would have wiped out the World Cultural Council at tonight's gala concert. You will proceed immediately to Athlone. We can't give the Mysterons any encouragement by canceling the Congress, but we can take all precautions possible against Mysteron action.
SIG, sir.
Lieutenant Green, I want an Angel flight on red alert for the next 24 hours, and have Captain Scarlet and Rhapsody Angel report to me immediately.
Colonel White, am I to have an explanation of your conduct? An unfortunate accident befalls an orchestra, and I am dragged to your cloud base under guard and told some fantastic tale of a conspiracy. Your ridiculous policemen.
My men are not policemen, Dr. Brodsky. They are picked men, the world's finest, chosen and trained for one task.
Yes, to combat these aliens, these so-called Mysterons, whom nobody has ever seen.
Captain Scarlet, Rhapsody Angel, come in now. You know your assignment?
Yes, Colonel.
Dr. Brodsky is the head of the World Cultural Council. If the council should be destroyed, the whole of the world's leisure organization would collapse. And in our modern world, where people have little labor to take up their time, that could lead to widespread unrest, even riots and general panic. You will guard Dr. Brodsky at all times.
This is a waste of time.
With due regard to Dr. Brodsky's feelings, Rhapsody Angel will share your assignment, Captain Scarlet. Perhaps the feminine touch.
Bah!
Maybe we should be on our way now, Dr. Brodsky. There's your luggage to be picked up at your hotel before we go on to Athlone.
Should I bring down your baggage, Doctor? We should be on our way. It'll take us about an hour to get to Athlone.
First, I change and take a shower. I trust Captain Scarlet. You will not insist on accompanying me.
Well, I'll wait here.
And I'll wait outside your room, Doctor.
Oh, how relaxing the water is. Oh, how very relaxing. Oh, I feel so tired.
Dr. Brodsky, the water of your shower contained a quick-acting poison. You have been reborn into the service of the Mysterons. Tonight, at the concert, you will trigger a bomb that will destroy the Athlone complex. The charge has been planted, but you will wait until the members of the World Cultural Council are all present.
I understand. Angel, or whatever you are, if we are in such a hurry, where is Captain Scarlet?
Well, Captain Scarlet had some urgent business to attend to. He'll rejoin us at Athlone.
Good. Very good. Let us go then. Just you and I.
I'll swear that was Captain Black I saw slipping out of the hotel. Oh, well, I've lost him now. But I had that feeling. Better get back to the hotel. I'd better check Dr. Brodsky's room, just in case it was Black. Sitting room okay. Bedroom okay. That only leaves the bathroom. Great space! Brodsky's body. I'll have to contact Rhapsody. No, I can't do that. Brodsky will hear. Quickly. The lady and girl I was with. When did they leave?
Well, they checked out about 30 minutes ago, sir.
That does it. Captain Blue, come in, please.
Captain Blue.
Rhapsody Angel left for Athlone with Brodsky 30 minutes ago. And Brodsky is now a Mysteron.
Captain Scarlet is proceeding along the Autobahn in an SPV, Captain Blue. I've instructed him to meet you at the main entrance to the complex. You must then carry out an immediate search for Brodsky and Rhapsody Angel.
SIG, sir. I've been informed by the Athlone Complex security staff that Dr. Brodsky and Rhapsody Angel have arrived and are somewhere in the grounds.
Lieutenant Green?
Yes, sir?
Launch Angel flight and get me Angel leader.
Sir. Angel flight, immediate launch. All Angels skyborne, sir.
Destiny Angel?
Yes, sir?
Bear course 450 magnetic. Objective, Athlone Entertainment's complex. Circle and observe. Further orders will come from Captain Blue.
SIG, Colonel.
They're here all right, Captain Scarlet, but finding them in this crowd.
Let's work our way towards the concert hall.
But, Dr. Brodsky, we really must get to the concert hall. All these old fairground amusements are very interesting, but...
Oh, patience, my dear. Plenty of time. The council members will not have arrived yet. Do you know, some of these machines are over 100 years old. Like this one, for instance.
The ghost train?
So amusing. Come, I show you. Now, we take our seat in this small car. So... And now we move into the tunnel and see such strange figures. Are you pleasantly scared, my dear? Hmm?
Really, Doctor, I hardly think Oh!
No. And you will not think for some time after that lethal injection. Wait here in the darkness, and by the time you come around or are discovered, my work will be done. Now, to lose myself in the crowd for just a little longer, and then to the concert hall.
Pass through the turnstile if you are riding again.
We haven't a hope of finding her. It's like looking for one meteor in a universe. Captain Scarlet, what's wrong?
I feel faint. It's... Captain Blue. She must be near.
Of course. Whenever you come near a Mysteron, you... Look there.
Yes, I see her. But we can't risk starting a panic.
Yes. She may do anything if she sees us. We can't risk innocent lives. We'll trail her.
Fasten the turnstile if you are riding again.
Look, she's getting on the Big Dipper.
I think she's keeping out of the way. Stay here and observe, Captain. I'm going to take a ride. Right, one car behind her. Now. Gee, give me a Spectrum pursuit vehicle any day. What? Where is she? Ah, she's gone. Scarlet!
She jumped, Blue, on that slow-bottom stretch while your view was obscured.
The devil she did.
She's moving south towards the concert hall.
Get after her, Captain Scarlet. I'll follow.
Oh, I must shake them off. Now, almost there.
Captain Blue, Angel straight overhead.
I see them. Come in, Angel Eater. This is Captain Blue.
Destiny Angel to Captain Blue. What orders?
Circle concert hall to south of complex. Further orders from Captain Scarlet.
SIG, Captain.
Almost at the hall now, Captain Blue. I can't get a clear shot at her. Too many people.
Captain Scarlet, get that hall cleared. I don't care how. And as soon as it's clear, call in Angel Strike. Brodsky must be stopped.
SIG. Entering hall now. A few shots in the air will clear them fast. Might start a panic, but I've got to risk it. Brodsky might act any moment. Everybody outside.
Oh, it's a madman!
Outside.
Take the gun.
Move. Fast.
Outside! Outside!
Get out, everyone! Get out!
Brodsky. Dr. Brodsky. You failed. Give yourself up. Maybe our scientists...
No, Earthman. The Mysteron threat will be carried out. As soon as I trigger the charge, this whole complex goes sky high.
I can't see her. No time to search. Come in, Angel Leader.
Angel Leader here?
Concert hall, the north end. Destroy. You'll have time for one run. It had better be accurate.
SIG. Turning for running. Beginning running. Firing missile. Now. Voila! Smack on!
Captain Blue to Angel Eater. Can you see Captain Scarlet near the hall?
No, Captain. I thought he was with you.
Then he must have given the order to fire.
From inside the hall? Oh, no.
Break contact and return to...
But, Captain...
Return to base. That's an order.
SIG, Captain.
I wonder, could Captain Scarlet... No. No one could have survived that blast. But the doctors said indestructible. I wonder. Captain Scarlet! Captain Scarlet!
Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet.